When we come back, it's back to the football field and a tale of two halves in Kings Park. We'll explain. By now you're watching The Rush. Back to the action. Kings Park hosting Hauppauge. Opening drive of the game. The Kingsmen marched 78 yards. Sean Russell finished it for the 6-0 lead. They add to it in the second. Russell's number is called again. This time, the big man rumbles 27 yards to the end zone. Kings Park now on top 12-0 with 2 minutes left in the half. A minute later, though, here come the Eagles flying high. Matt Oswald finds Tim McHale. And check this out, folks. He is streaking down the middle of the field, and 56 yards later, he makes it a 12-6 game, and in the second half, they continued that momentum to a 41-20 win. Welcome back to The Rush. It must have been a pretty inspiring halftime speech because the Eagles scored 35 straight points to start the second half. Not bad for week one. Joining me now to talk about that big game, the three captains, Zach Losko, Stephen Dill, and Chris Dutton. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the opening debut of the 2009 season of The Rush. How you doing?
Good.
Big win yesterday, coming from behind. Talk about that game.
Well, I mean, going into halftime, we were all, we were worn, and Coach got us all pepped up. Went over some adjustments, and we came out fired up.
Now, Steve, in the second half, completely different from the first half, obviously. What was wrong in the first half?
Nothing was really wrong. We just tried to establish what we were doing on offense, run a couple plays, see what they would do, and then make those adjustments at halftime, and then just get on a roll at halftime and keep going. When
a coach speaks to you at halftime, when you're down the way you guys were, I mean, you weren't out of the game by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, you took the game and ran away with it. What was the atmosphere? What was the tempo like in the locker room at halftime?
Everybody was really getting pumped up, getting excited to come out in the second half and really build on that touchdown that you saw.
Chris, you had a big game as well, big 74-yard touchdown run. Were you confident at the end of the first half that, hey, we can get this thing together and move on?
Yeah, going into the locker room after the first half, I actually had a really good feeling, going into the locker room and seeing all the players. None of the heads were down or anything. So I knew we were going to come back and come strong into the second half.
Now, you three guys were young guys when the team went 0-8, so you've been in that 0-4 situation, and you helped lay the foundation with your new first-year coach then, last year, Coach Petrovich. What has he made you guys believe about this program?
Well, coming into his second year, he's had us all believing that, when you get into the playoffs, you have a chance of winning. And that was his motto from the beginning, you get in it, you can win it. That was one of his main themes in the locker room and on the field.
I mentioned you three are the captains, so I have to assume you're also the role models for the younger guys. Is that something you embrace, Steve, being a role model for the younger guys on the team?
Yeah, I think it's nice having people look up to you and stuff, and it really keeps you on track, makes sure you're doing the right thing all the time, so then other people do the right thing.
Now, Chris, you guys won 6 games last year. 6 games is not going to be enough this year, is it?
No.
What do you want to see this team do?
I mean, with this league 4-4, I don't think it's going to be tough to get in. Our division, winning that first game against Kings Park and the seed above us, that was such a big start for our team and get us going on the right track. And then Thursday we got to come out with Comstock.
Yeah.
And we got to do good then.
I know you guys have already done some film studies so far on Comstock. What did you see about them that makes you think, wow, we got to really be on our toes for this game?
Well, they got a lot of team speed. Their running back and their quarterback got a lot of speed, and their linemen seem a little on the small side, but seem very athletic and, have a lot of team speed.
So you put game 1 win out of the way. Is it going to be hard for you guys to refocus when you go back to practice this week?
No, I think we'll be all right. Well, we've always had this thing, one game at a time. You're not going to win the whole thing in one game, so just 1 week at a time, prepare for the next team that comes up, and do your best.
All right, well, guys, I understand it's a short week, so the game is this coming Thursday, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, I know you began 4-0 last year, but you don't really know the true test of what you're about to, maybe the 5th week?
Yeah.
Roughly?
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, thank you for joining us. Good luck, and keep up the good work, all right?
Thank you for having us.
Zach Losko, Steve Dill, and Chris Dutton. Watch out for the Eagles. They're flying in your living room. We got a lot more Rush.